My name is Emily. I am female. I am vegan. And I am an atheist. It feels really good to say that because I don't get to say that ever really in my daily life. Because if you haven't guessed from my setting, I'm still kind of in the closet about being an atheist. My mom is very, very religious, but not in the sense like I have to go to church all the time. It's more like I want to go to church all the time because I have this connection and feeling and need to just let God know that I appreciate him. And that's my mom. And she is a wonderful, wonderful person, and I love her so much. And I feel closest to her out of everybody in my family, but I can't tell her this. I can't. Because when I was in 8th grade, I had decided I was an atheist. And in 8th grade, my family was still living right next door to the church that we attended, because we rented our house from them. But at that time, I had really kind of gotten into watching things on YouTube and kind of looking them up and seeing where things led. And after watching some videos by The Amazing Atheist, and I think a couple by Mr. Repzion, and doing some of my own research, I decided that it made the most sense, and that I too was an atheist. And I've done some more discovering about it and learning from it since 8th grade. I was 14 at the time, and I'm 17 now, so it's been 3 years. And I think I decided I was an atheist in 8th grade sometime after I had turned 14, like right after February. And I didn't tell my mom until April, and it's April again, so it's coming up on 3 years that I've been saying I am an atheist, to myself at least. And in April of that year, I told my mom, after going out to get something to eat with her and having a good time together and really bonding and having a good close day, I have to tell you something. I'm an atheist. And at first she was like, well, how do you know? Why? And I'm like, because... And my arguments weren't as developed then as they are now. I hadn't gone and watched, like, Christopher Hitchens debates or Richard Dawkins debates or read anything by Charles Darwin. I had done some of my own looking up in research, but I didn't have my own computer at the time. I had to use a family computer, which was in the den in our house, so I felt I couldn't go and look up the things that I actually wanted to look up and see the things that I wanted to look up and learn the things that I wanted to learn, because it was out in the open and everyone would see, so I really had a limited window of opportunity. And so I told her I just can't believe in nothing, in something that doesn't exist, in an invisible man in the sky. That's absurd. And when we got into the house, I was standing on the ledge on the stairs, and she was standing in the hallway right in front of the stairs by the living room, and she was yelling at me like, how did I raise you this way? What went wrong? How did you find this stuff out? It was because of that damn computer. You shouldn't be left alone on that thing. What are your grandparents going to say? And this was a few months before I was supposed to be confirmed. And if you don't know what that is in... I'm not sure if this is across all of Christianity, but at least in the Lutheran sect of Christianity. It is when you reconfirm, confirmation, you confirm your baptism and say that, yes, I am a child of God, I believe in this religion, God is the path, God is the way, God is my savior, and Jesus is the light of my life and the light of my world. And there's actually a funny story that goes along with my confirmation, but I think I'll talk about that some other time. So this was a few months before that was supposed to happen. So she was yelling at me and I was crying and she was like, you're a disappointment. After I told her that I was an atheist in 8th grade and she yelled at me on the stairs, I kind of backtracked and said, well, I'm exploring. I don't necessarily believe in this, but I don't know what I believe in. And so she doesn't really think I'm an atheist. She kind of thinks that I've formed my own kind of religion of an amalgamation of stuff from Buddhism and Hinduism and Native American cultures or whatever I told her. Like, I really have no idea what she thinks I believe in. I'm a much stronger person now than I was then, but if I had to tell her again now, especially since I've been very sick the past 6 or 7 months, and I haven't had much contact with my friends, and she's really been the only person, other than my therapist, that I've been able to talk to about anything really, that it would leave me much more alone than I've been. There's not anyone I could turn to say, like, how did you deal with this? Help me, comfort me, give me advice on anything. There's no one that I can really go to for that. And so, for the past 7 months, I've really only had my mom, and I haven't been in contact with any of my friends from school because I haven't been able to go to school, because I've been too sick to go to school, but my mom has still had me go to church. Having her not make me go to church. She doesn't make me go to church. Because I like the people that go to the church that she and I attend. I like them. They're very nice people and they're very loving and open, but you can tell that they kind of haven't looked into or questioned a lot of things. They just kind of go with what they're told, and they're so nice. They are so incredibly loving and kind, and they are so caring. They've all been very concerned about me for the past 7 months with everything that has gone on, and they've been very, they've tried to be supportive of me getting better. And I've felt like I've been lying to them ever since I started attending there. And I don't want to lie to them anymore, but I also don't want to I don't want to lose some of them as friends and as people who I like and who don't seem to judge me too harshly on my hair and whatever I may be doing with it. Right now it's really short, but I've had it colored multiple times, or the piercings that I have, or my tattoo, or anything, but this is the one thing where I could lose all of them because of it. I wish I could be open about my atheism. Not open about it, but just not have to be hiding it. And not have to keep it all to myself. Or having the only place that I can say anything about it be on the internet. because that is a very lonely way to exist. But I wanted to answer Jaclyn Glenn's call to arms, I guess, for female atheists to talk about their atheism and show that we exist outside of the kind of feminist atheist bubble. And that we are here. Bye.